Hello, guitar amplifier enthusiasts. I apologize that I sound nasal and that I'm crying. It's not because the amp's shit. It's because allergies are seriously kicking my ass today, and I'm gonna have to sneeze once in a while too. This is a bad day to make videos, but the show must go on. Oh, Leslie said, "Don't use your fingers." She's gonna kick my ass. So we're looking at the Silver Jubilee, the small one. There's also a big one. We're looking at that because you said, let's look at that. Over a year ago, I did videos on I call them Mini JCM and Mini Plexi. They're called the Studio Vintage and the Studio Classic. I don't know why. It's the freaking Mini JCM 800 and the Mini Plexi. I kept the Mini Plexi, which is usually up there, which is a great amp. And the Mini JCM packs almost the same punch as the big one. In the low end, it's a little bit different. We compared that in my video. And then you said, can you please do the Silver Jubilee as well? The Mini Jubilee, whatever it's called the Silver Jubilee 2525H Studio. They're calling it the Studio. If you have trouble reading anything here or in the back, it's because this stupid ass control panel is beautifully mirrored. And that's difficult to read and film. I assume 2525. I assume it has 25 watts. I literally don't know. I'm going to call up specs here. I'm not prepared. What I liked about... tears for you. What I loved about the other two amps is that, they went smaller, but they didn't go EL84 for tubes. They stayed with the 34s, which is ortho. This is a great video. I'm getting paid for this, by the way. I don't know. Why would they pay for this? Which is also the case here. It has 34s, but only two of them. I just looked at pricing. The big Silver Jubilee is actually a relatively inexpensive amp at €1,050 right here. I'm pretty sure in the US, they're quite more expensive. For some reason, Marshall right now, let's actually look it up. Marshall is quite expensive in the US at the moment. So the big one in Germany at $1,050, in the US at $1,899. That's a tremendous, as someone that I know would say, difference. The small one clocking in at $769. So not a major difference. So money-wise, it shouldn't really matter too much. Couple $100. In the US, the difference is $1,299 for this, which is rather on the higher side, versus $1,899. Money-wise, it shouldn't make a major difference which one you buy. The difference is rather convenience, carrying it around. Features, they're pretty much exactly the same. So if we look at the control panel, I don't think we can show the control panel of the big one. No, we can't. It's there. Thank you, Leslie. Leslie is switching as always. They're literally exactly the same. This one, my buddy Patrick is parking here. It's got a Tom and Jerry on it. He bought it used. He's a big time Slash fan, and apparently the Silver Jubilee is what Slash used, maybe a modded one or whatever. But it's what Slash used on Appetite for Destruction. So it is a very iconic amp, and we're gonna find out how the small one does. But of course, since Patrick parked his big one here, we're gonna have a section where we compare the two with identical settings. The other two are one-channel amps. This technically kind of has a two-channel thing. It even comes with a foot controller, one-button foot switch, but it technically has a clean and a drive channel. It's using the same gain right here, but so it isn't ultra flexible, but it is a two-channel design. In the back, we don't have much. We have speaker outs. We have a DI out, which you probably want to put an IR loader on, so we're not really going to go into this. We have the foot switch, and then we have the effects loop right there, which we're going to try, and then we're going to unplug that to see if there's any difference. In the effects loop, I have a single thing, which today is the Jam Pedals Delay Llama Extreme. It's a llama, it's a delay, and it is extreme. And to change the channels, you pull the master right here. Right here. You pull that out. So the output master, and then there's a lead master, which I think feeds into the output master. And you can see right now the lead master is it's off. And then you can pull this. It says pull for rhythm. I'm not 100% sure what happens there. Does it add gain? Does it subtract gain? I can't really tell exactly what's going on there. I'm going to see if the description tells us anything. So this is called the 2525, but according to Thomann, it only has 20 watts, 2 channels, 1 input, blah, blah. It tells us nothing. Not too much. There's a high, just like the other two, a high and a low setting. You can go down to 5 watt. It's not going to make it, so this would be 5 watt, the low setting. It's not going to be ultra, ultra, ultra quiet. It's still going to be, louder. But definitely in terms of volume, because it's a master volume amp, a more flexible amp than the other two, and more sound options because it's a 2-channel design. If you want to hear a shootout between all 3 to know which one you're going to buy, that video I make after this one. So that's separate. We're going to explore all 3 of them with pedals, without pedals, max gain, all that stuff. Good video. You should watch that. So that leaves us to actually check it out. With this FGN Expert Flame, it's an amazing single cut. I'm going into the aux on a Creamback 412. And that's how this is going to sound. We're on clean. I'm going to take it down. EQ all up. So we want a little bit more gain. Now it's waking up. Turn the effect on. Analog delay. Okay, let's leave the effect on. Of course, now the neighbor's got to mow the lawn. We're going to crank the gain here. Now, let's see how that sounds with the effects pulled. It feels like it's the same volume. Nothing really changes, so it sounds like it's a good effects loop. We're now going to pull the rhythm thing on the gain. It sounds like there's more gain coming. I know. Yeah. So that's still the clean channel, which is actually a cool rhythm. Let's take that setting and go through the EQ. That's great. It's not a super bitey mid-range. It's a warmer mid-range. Should be amazing for leads. I'm gonna go shut the door on the neighbor's lawn mowing. I'm crying. Holy crap. Allergies. Good, flexible EQ with just the right frequencies, if you ask me. So, push this back in, go to the second channel by pushing this thing in. And my buddy Patrick, who is of course a Slash aficionado, said Slash had the lead master or output master, one of those actually all the way cranked. So the lead master seems to be a channel volume for the second channel, whereas the output master is the main master volume. It's nice and responsive, totally enough headroom still there. It doesn't, it doesn't get too saturated. We get there once we crank up the gain. Definitely has the highest gain range, I would say, out of all those three studio amps. We crank it up more, all the way. Now you can hear a lot of saturation and density, and playing isn't that responsive anymore. It's thick, but it's very saturated. We can hear the delay fighting a little bit with the input level. Now we pull the gain knob for that rhythm setting. Let's go back here. I don't really hear a difference on the lead channel. Maybe that's just for the clean. I literally don't know. I should, but I don't. Pretty cool sounds all around. We check it out with an overdrive, for which I have to change my signal chain. I'm so sorry, I've never cried all the way through a review. It's a first! So here's my... It's not really clean. Here we go. Let's see how it works with pedals. I've got the, which the desk cam can see, the Antares overdrive from Tate Effects on the table here, which is a really cool overdrive. It gets very fizzly. I don't know if this is the best pedal platform. That's not that overdrive usually sounds very defined and transparent, and it gets a little bit fizzly. So as a pedal amp, maybe as to boost something, let's try that. And with the Tate. That works, but as a clean platform, it's not very pleasant. Maybe with the fuzz. That's a honey badger from Redbeard Effects. Well, with those sounds, the fizziness doesn't really matter. But as a pedal platform, iffy. Let's check it out against the big one in a little shootout that I filmed. So, what's my verdict? Well, I don't know what I always want to say compared to the other two, but I will. Compared to the other two, this is the first one that they released. It is a little bit older, and it's a little bit cheaper. I think the others clock in at like 900 or 1,000. This is 769. And frankly, at 769, you get a Marshall, you get a classic Marshall, / you get a clean channel, a drive channel, with quite a bit of gain on tap. 25 watts is more than enough to survive in any band. Is it going to be loud enough clean? I think it will be. Mostly you'll be playing the drive channel. As a pedal platform, I can't really recommend it. If you have a pedal here or there, of course, we're talking about drives and all that stuff because they're going to be colored by it and they're going to be fizzier. Effects loop works beautiful, so if you're working delays and all that stuff, if you want the sound of this, which is why you're buying it, this is great. It's the most flexible of all of them. Now, compared to the big one, I was pretty surprised because I actually liked most of the sounds better from the small one. I thought that the studio version, the small one, has the better cleans and generally is more open. When it came to the big rhythm sounds, the big one could score points because it has bigger transformers, and in the low end, the bottom is more round and fat. It's a more powerful amp, and you can hear that in the sound. But generally speaking, for studio work, most of that stuff will disappear in a mix. You're going to EQ it out anyway. It's more like to flap your pants when you're playing live. Financially speaking, yeah, you want the big one, it's 100 watts, and you have the feeling that you have the big one, but you also have to carry it. Sound-wise, I actually think the little one is a tiny bit better than the big one. And it's cheaper and it's lighter. So, for most situations, and actually, if you're honest in terms of sound, the small one will do. You're probably going to buy the big one because it's only a couple $100 more, and you have the feeling, oh, I got the big amp. But then, of course, you also have to tame the big amp. Volume-wise, of course, I'm not pumping it into the room because I don't want to kill my ears like I did with the others. I literally killed my ears with the other two amps. I had to go to the doctor many times. It's not going to bring it into bedroom territory. It's quieter, yes, but 5 watts is still pretty powerful. I able to buy other 2-channel tube amps for $760. There's some using Kettners, Bugera, there's a cheap Harley Benton. There are other amps out there that you can buy. They're not going to be better at that price point. They're not going to have a ton more features. And realistically, we're all kind of somewhere, we're brand snobs. They're not going to say Marshall on it. So if you always dreamed of having that logo on your shelf, on stage, if you want to do the rock and roll thing and play a Marshall, then for under $1,000, I think this thing is pretty damn good. Okay, it's not. I'm not going to sing hymns about it. If I had to pick one of the three, well, watch my comparison video to find out which one I would pick. But it is the most flexible of the three. If you're only buying one amp, then this gives you the cleans, it gives you the drives, all that stuff. If you're buying an amp for pedals, maybe not. But if you don't have a big collection like I have, where each amp has one function, but your amp has to have several functions, then this is probably the one to get. It's good, especially for the price. Thank you for sticking with me. I'm sorry for the sneezing and the tearing. It's a bad day. And I have to film one more video, which is the comparison. And then I'm clocking out for the day because I can't work like this. This is not happening. I mean, I'm drowning this elephant with my tears. Thank you, Leslie. Leslie and I, we got a big Harry Potter marathon ahead of us tonight. It's going to be awesome. Right, babe?
Nope.
What did you say?
We're breaking up.
We're breaking up, apparently. Apparently, we're breaking up, she says. She doesn't want to. Well, we'll see if tomorrow we're still together after we watched all the Harry Potters. I don't even think that's possible. It's like, 2.5 hours per movie times 8? Please use my links to Sweetwater and to Thomann, even if you buy something else. Use my links, whatever you buy. after you click my link, it counts. So that really, really supports the channel. Please do that if you can. If you want to buy this, of course, go right ahead. And I want to thank Marshall for sponsoring this video. Musikmeier, the German distributor, they're great with me. To me, they are friends. I'm sorry. I'm delirious. But they're actually friends. Animals at the end.